right, this is Nicole with eCom Sellers, and this is the 30-day or 60-day listing challenge. I have not shown my screen yet. Let me go ahead and show my screen. So my name is Nicole with eCom Sellers, and we are challenged with creating 60 listings and 60 days, well, more than 60 listings. We have a goal that's set for the number of listings that we are doing each week. So we are officially in week 7, or week 8, session 7, session 8. I think we have 4 or 5 more sessions to go. So the goal is to finish strong, and our objective is to always keep our why in mind and to work on a consistency, building our consistency. I think I was talking to Miss Kathy earlier, but I didn't quite unmute her. So let me just make sure I unmute her. There we go.
All right.
There you go. Sorry. It took me about 5 minutes to figure that out. So in any case, we're going to talk about where we are in our business before we get into today's topic. And for me, I spent all of last week moving inventory out of my storage unit and building shelves. So I should post a picture of what this looks like. It looks insane. Because in order to organize something, sometimes you have to destroy, deconstruct to, rebuild and put things back in place. So right now it looks like massive chaos, but at some point it's going to start to look normal again. We moved, I think the grand total when we're done, it's just going to be under 200, just under 200. I used to have over 300 tubs. So that's good that 100 of the tubs are gone. But that means that I still have 200 tubs to go through from a listing standpoint. And it's a lot of listings to work on. So my numbers this past week are not what I needed them to be, as we built shelves and did that, but I can access some of my inventory so much easier. I was literally talking to my friend Latrell about the same challenge that I know that sellers at the beginning of their journey and sometimes in the middle until they decide they're just going to go ahead and just invest the money. When something sells and you've got your tubs stacked up, being able to pull that thing out. So then that means you have to take the top 2 stacks off or the top 3 stacks off of your tubs to find the thing that's sold, to then put everything back just so it's all in one space. So the thing that I did was we bought a bunch of 72 by 48 storage racks or shelving shelves, standing racks. And so I have a bunch of those. I have in my garage. I have a couple in my office. I have them downstairs in the living room. And the house is actually starting to come back to life. It's starting to come back together. And now whenever something sells, I don't have to go through a stack of tubs because we have the tubs numbered and we have them cataloged, the inventory, we know what's in them. I don't have to go through that. I can just pull it directly off a shelf. Now, the irony is I do have 2 shelves already in the garage, but I have so much inventory that those shelves, of course, are filled. So I'm excited about the progress, even though I didn't hit my numbers, but I should be able to catch up pretty quick because of the fact that now I can get to stuff faster. My goal is to eliminate 2 tubs a week. And one of the tubs I went through today, we had already shrink wrapped, put the cling wrap around the bundles, the combinations. So I'm looking forward to that because those will be easy tubs just to pull the stuff out of and if list or either reactivate the listings. So how did things go for you, Miss Kathy, this week?
Things went well. I reached my goal.
Yay!
I did. I got my 25
Yay!
this time, which was actually a little more than what I normally would do. But the week before I was doing that, moving around, organizing, sorting, and cataloging. That takes a lot of work, but it's so worth it.
It is worth it. And I mean, my stuff is cataloged and the tubs are labeled. but I just didn't have the shelving, and I'm pulling everything out of my storage unit so that we can get to a place where everything is gone. So, I want to transition to almost no inventory and do print on demand at least 90% of the time or 80% of the time. So I have 20% of physical inventory. And so in order to do that, I have to list everything I got. And it was getting crazy when things would sell. It's just like, I got to pull it from tub 6. Tub 6 is at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, I need shelves, and I just need to go ahead and pull the trigger and get some shelves.
Make your life so much easier.
So much
Saves time.
It does. So we actually had a dumpster in the back of my house for about 4 or 5 days. And all of those big giant boxes from the shelving units, of course, went in there. But yeah, putting together shelves over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Wonderful.
Yep. So I have at least 14 new shelves in addition to the shelves I already had. So yeah. The goal.
Wow.
And we can get 15 to a shelf. So that's good. 15 tubs.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah, you can get 15, even the long ones. So 15 tubs to a shelf. And then I also have my little, I don't know what you want to call them, the little drawer. They're plastic storage drawers. They come in a stack of 3 from Walmart. I have 6 of those. I've had those. And using that for my smaller inventory, so I can just leave it in the drawer and go to the drawer, pull it out, and then put it back, close the drawer. So I don't have to close it. So yeah, this has been an interesting transition and journey, to say the least.
Yeah, I must have really been doing some shopping and not understanding the accumulation.
Well, mine was, that I would say part of that initially, because some of my inventory is like from death piles, like when my inventory pulled back from Amazon. So I didn't have to pay the storage fees. And so some of that was still in the boxes. Like I still had, I had so much inventory that I didn't have time to open the boxes. So we, started going through that. But the other thing is, when I find a deal, whether it be a liquidation or a clearance, like I'll clear the shelf and listing that, and some of the things will move fast and others will not. So that's always a challenge, especially like in my first few years. So some of my inventory is aged, meaning it's older inventory, and that's the reason why I was in the storage unit. And my newer inventory is moving. So that's going back and listing some of the aged inventory, like the bundles that had the fidget spinners in them, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Somebody's gonna get a really great deal. They're gonna be like, I got all kinds of stuff to do for my kids this summer because I went on eBay, I went on this, this site, that site, and found these great deals. It's like, yeah, Nicole's doing some massive liquidation. Massive.
And that feels
must
good.
go.
That feels good though.
It does. So my brother said, don't fret, because the house was in complete disarray by Friday. He said, don't fret, it's actually going to start coming together. And so today it actually starts looking like it's coming together a little bit better. But in any case, I am celebrating your win of your 25. I'm excited about you and the progress that you made on yours. So congratulations to you. And the lesson I will say from this is, when you're early in the journey of e-commerce, like you buy almost everything, and then at some point you start to get a little wiser about what you source and where you source it from and what it is. And so just know that not everything that you source is going to sell. That's number one. Not everything that you source is going to sell fast. That's number 2. And number 3, you do have to, early in my journey, I didn't have as good of a catalog system as I do now, but, you do have to do a decent job of cataloging and your inventory, so you know what you have and everything. So I had about 80 tubs, probably more than that, in my storage unit. And just like, oh, okay, let's open this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I have this and I have that. Oh, that's where those cords were. It's like, oh gosh. So yeah. having my sons help me label tubs. It's been an interesting, fun thing.
How big are your tubs?
I have a couple of them. The thing that I do is I buy the clear ones.
Yes.
So I buy the clear tubs because of the Walmart. That's not how you spell Walmart. Walmart. There go. I buy the clear tubs. So, but some of my older tubs are not clear.
Mm-hmm.
I am what? I am not. What is this? I don't know what you're doing. I need Walmart. First of all, what is this? I have been blocked. So funny. Why am I being blocked? Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Never seen that.
I've never seen that before either. Today is the day. Okay, so so the storage bins that I buy the clear ones. And so I think they're like 16 by um not these, because those are
Mm-hmm.
expensive. I get the less expensive ones. Like some of these.
Oh, okay.
Um, I need these are the storage drawers that I have for my smaller inventory. So I have 6 of those, 6 of
Mm-hmm.
but I had those over the years anyway. But the storage bins, like I think these are the ones that sterile. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So they are, I think, 16 by let's see, 23, 16 by 13 and a half.
Got it. Got it.
So with
Okay.
the racks that I got, I do have to put the tubs at an angle, especially some of my older tubs. I do have a bunch of older tubs. I know everybody's like, this not this is not part of the list.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're listening to the replay, at least you'll know how I store my stuff. The clear tubs are good because in that way, if for some reason the label on the outside, something gets, crazy, like something falls off a shelf. Today, that's what happened. My son, we went into the storage unit and my son, one of the tubs was knocked over. Everything in it was knocked out. So then you assume you know what's in there, but then you discover that's not what's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think having the clear ones, I started doing that with oh, I know her name. She moved to Arizona. She bought clear tubs and I was like, you know what? I need to do that because what we were doing was we were buying these types of tubs and we would buy them in different colors. And so these are the other tubs that I buy, the sterile 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them in blue and I have them in green. I have them in all of the different colors. But again, you have to open see what's in it to confirm what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Go to that
Mm-hmm.
tub, open and it's not there, you're like really mad. So that's one of the things I was like, you know what, I'm moving to clear tubs. So I still have a lot of non-clear tubs because that's what I had early in my journey. And I still have those tubs and they're still in good shape. So I'm going to keep using them. But I also have a boatload of clear ones and I prefer the clear ones over everything, even the clear big.
Yes.
So that way, if you ever are not sure what you got, you can go and look. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I use.
Okay.
I haven't bought these, although these are great because the handle snaps into place. So if it does knock over, it's good.
Yeah.
But the challenge you have with those are so much bigger and wider sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
wider, you can't get as many. These are 13 by 12 and a half by 16. Oh, those are smaller, not as big as I thought they were. So just depends. You have to make sure you get the size that works for you. So yeah, most of mine are 18s, 18 quart, I think, 18, 16, something like that. So anyway, so let's get after it. And what about you? Where do you store your inventory?
I have like those wire racks, kind of like they have at Home Depot or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
we put wheels on them so we can roll them around.
Okay.
And that's been real helpful. I don't have totally clear ones, but I
Okay.
had some fabric ones that kind of smush things together. But now that I've decided to grow and get bigger,
Mhm.
I have another wire rack elsewhere. I'm going to have to pull that in and
Mm.
stack on it. And they can hold like, it's 500 pounds per shelf.
Yep.
So, I mean, I really do like those a lot. So, and the shelves are adjustable.
Where did you
So
get your shelves?
these I actually got from the Container Store, but they do have them at Home Depot.
So I did some hunting for shelves, and I'm just going to share this with everybody. So I actually did do some hunting the previous week for shelves, and I checked Alibaba and AliExpress, and you can get them if you
Mhm.
want to buy them in quantity, which is what I was trying to do. I can get them for like $10 and $15, but the duty fees and the transport fees were going to be so high
Mhm.
because those are bigger boxes.
Mhm.
So I did the math, and it was like going to be like $78 when it was all said and done per one, even though you paying $15, you got all those other fees,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I went to Target and I got these. So I
Okay.
looked at the Container Store, I looked at Home Depot, I looked at Lowe's, I looked at Walmart, I looked at Sam's Club, I looked at Costco, I looked
Mhm.
at all of the places, and Target actually has the um, cheapest of the shelves. I could not believe it.
Yeah,
So
that is what I have, and
yeah,
we just put wheels on them.
yeah. So I have the 5 shelf is what we are using. Okay, I don't know what's happening with my computer. I have the 5 shelf and works perfectly. It's
Mhm.
amazing. And I couldn't believe the deal. Now I did buy some of the 36. This is the 48. I did buy some of the 36 from Walmart. I bought a few, but they aren't as well put together, ironically, as the Target ones.
Hmm.
And I can put up to 350 pounds per shelf. I know there's the industrial strength ones where you can do up to 1,000 pounds per shelf.
Mhm.
I don't do 1,000 pounds because I try not to super heavy inventory. So I
Right, right.
normally a lot of smaller things because I like to put together bundles. So I have to keep, like the whole tub, these tubs are full of Disney Christmas, and these are full of, Disney, whatever, Nickelodeon. So I can get all the characters together so I can piece my bundles together. And then we put the bundles together so that way I have tubs that already have the bundles pre-put together. So that makes it easy when they sell, just pull them directly out of the tub already packaged and put them into an envelope. So on the weekends, making the boys say, okay, here, I need you guys to put these
Mhm.
5 pieces together and shrink wrap them together or tape them together or put them in a poly bag so that way they're already done. Now, when you're done, go put it over in this tub on this shelf. So it'll make it easier to give them direction over the summer as I make my Christmas bundles early. So yeah.
Oh, that's a tip.
Yeah.
That's a pro tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Make the Christmas bundles early. Buy the
Man,
Christmas clearance. Yes.
that's a huge pro tip.
Yeah, so make your Christmas bundles. So we pulled back our tub today that has over the tubs. There's 2 tubs that have over 300 Christmas character stockings. I have
Ooh,
that many character stockings.
ooh,
Yeah. That's a
that's gonna
lot.
be awesome.
It is. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a lot of money when I put those bundles together and sell them, because I got those stockings for dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. So I got them below wholesale.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited about my shelving system, and I'm excited about the find at Target for the shelves that I got. I was a little
That,
surprised by that. I was like, what? $80? Okay, I'll do that.
that
So,
is fantastic.
but I will say it was cheaper with Alibaba. You can get them for 15, but the problem is you got to pay all the duty fees. And by the time you finish paying all that, you're gonna I was ordering 10 from Alibaba, and
Mhm.
by the time I did the math, it was like $78. I'm like, I'll just go ahead and pay the extra couple of dollars at
Well,
Walmart.
even your time.
At the time, yeah, because I needed to get it done now. And they were saying it wouldn't arrive until possibly the end of April. I'm like, I don't have the end of April to leave my house like this.
Oh no.
Yeah. The end of April, beginning of May. And I was like, I don't have that kind of time. So let me just.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So if you do have the time, pro tip, if you do have the time, order them from Alibaba. And if you have the time, You can do it. So if you're going to make this into a summer project for your kids to work on your inventory, order them now so you'll have them in time for the summer, and that'll make your life a whole lot easier. So,
Oh,
all right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about eBay. So last week we talked about Amazon and what are some of the things that Amazon is saying regarding what they like to see in listings. So today we're going to talk about eBay and how you can optimize your listings on eBay and what direction eBay is giving you. Now, this is directly from eBay, just like the other one was directly from Amazon. So one of the things that they suggested is that you first take advantage of the 0 listing insertion fee. So you'll need to check your emails and check your messages for those notifications. Sometimes when you log in, you'll get a message right then in your messages. Other times you'll get an email, but you also get, depending on what type of store, if you have an eBay store, you also get, I think it's 250 free listings in specific categories. But double check that. I mean, because you can go look yourself. It's either 200, 250, something like that, maybe be 150, but you still get a lot. And they give them to you on a monthly basis. So if, let's say, they're giving you 200 free listings, well, that means you can list 50 items every week for that month on eBay, and you won't pay the insertion fees. That is a savings on your bottom line. So take advantage of that as often as you can. I want to encourage you to do that. The other thing is every 30 days, depending on the activity on your eBay account, go in and request an increase. The more every 30 days, if you're being consistent, if you're listing consistently on eBay on a regular basis, and you're staying consistent, requesting an update every 30 days or an increase in your limits every 30 days, you should automatically get approved. Now, if you're listing a bunch of stuff, but nothing is moving, then eBay may say, you know what, until you get some more stuff moving, no, we're not going to increase your limits. So be mindful of the things, again, the inventory that you've selected and the inventory that you plan on selling. And what I will do is I'll just do draft listings. Every once in a while, eBay has glitches, so it will make you mad sometimes, but I'll do draft listings and have those drafts just sitting there and not going live until we're closer to whatever it is, the holiday or whatever that's coming up. So an example might be is if I create my bundle listings for Christmas in the summertime, I create it in draft mode and they're sitting there. I can go ahead and make those listings live like the middle of September or the end of September, and they're already done. And so that's just a bunch of listings that go live that I worked all summer long on. It just makes life a whole lot easier. So make sure you pay attention to how you catalog your stuff and how you organize it so you can put your bundles together faster. Then put your bundles together so that way from a shipping standpoint, you can just pull it from wherever and ship it out already pre-bundled. Makes your life easier. So do that for sure. The other thing is, because eBay does sometimes have glitches, if you're using a cross-listing tool, this is just like a free gimme. If you're using a cross-listing tool like List Perfectly, you can use that tool like List Perfectly. You can create the listing in your listing catalog and then use the listing catalog to push it out to the other platforms. So if eBay does have a glitch and you lose that listing, at least it already exists in the listing catalog. And so when you're ready, you can push it out. Now that does require you to keep your List Perfectly account active and all of that other stuff. There's some other listing tools out there, but that's just one of them. And so I do use List Perfectly. And again, creating it in your listing catalog may also save you some time, and then you can push it out to all the other platforms. When you do push it out to the other platforms, make sure you modify the title and you modify the description to coincide with what that platform is requiring. So it may just mean, maybe 8 to 10 different edits here and there. So it's not identical to the eBay listing, and it is more tailored to what's expected for the platform that you're cross-listing it on. So that's just a suggestion. So the other thing eBay is suggesting that everyone do is to, when you go to your seller hub, and if you have an account that has a seller hub, because some people don't have stores, so they don't have that seller hub. you can use the listing tool. So there is a listing tool inside of eBay's Seller Hub. So you can use it to create one single listing or multiple listings. And that includes uploading of files. You just have to make sure your file's in a specific format. Same thing with Amazon. You have to make sure that's in a specific format, and you can upload bulk listings. So you want to make sure that you're filling in the required information. For item specifics, they want you to include specific things like the brand. And I will say, if the brand is relevant, I definitely recommend including that information somewhere in the title. If it's not relevant, if you want to keep it in the title, definitely put it like towards the end, but that's just my recommendation. But brand specifics, and select the brand or choose the brand when you're getting ready to create your eBay listing. And again, this is using the listing tools. And if it is something that is frequently searched, like if that brand really matters, let's say people love, I don't know why I'm going to ceramic flat irons, but anyway, like they might really like the Remington brand. So if that's a popular and hot brand that's selling like crazy, and you can always sort on eBay to see what's moving and what's not, then you definitely want to make sure that that's indicated there in the item specifics. The title, I've always said, I will always continue to say that the first 5 words are the most important words. eBay gives you a lot of space to create the title. So make sure that you're using title information that is going to help your listing be found. You can also, with this listing tool, add subtitles, but there's a fee if you're going to use subtitles. So do a good job of creating the main title. And you can also use eBay's title tool, which is Terapeak as well. So you can use whatever features are inside the listing tool, and you can also use Terapeak to help you build a more SEO friendly title. Then if you're doing variations, you can create variations using the listing tool. If you're not using variations, and that's fine, you don't have to. You do want to indicate the condition of the item that you're about to list. So whatever that condition happens to be, whether it's new, refurbished, or whatever. With the photos, you can add photos and videos to showcase your items using the listing tool, which is awesome. The specific file types, JPEG and PNG, are the most common, but some people will put in a GIF so that way their listing will attract more eyeballs. That's a moving listing, a listing where the images move. So know that you can convert almost anything into a GIF, and if you've never done that, you can do it inside of Canva if you want to. If you don't have a Canva account, you could create a free Canva account, absolutely free. You'll have some limitations, but I believe that being able to do a GIF with an image is still available in there. So anything that's going to show motion or movement, which attracts the eyes, because here's the deal. Just being honest and real. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of the channels, Hulu, Netflix, Prime, all of them, we have serious attention issues. And so in order to grab someone's attention, you got to flag them down. So if you think about when you're driving past a car lot and it's that blow up man that's waving his arms and bending over, they're blowing air into this inflatable whatever. That is a way to get your attention. They're trying to get your attention. Come to this lot, notice this lot. Don't just drive by, because a lot of stuff we drive past and we don't even know what it is. And so it's just trying to get your attention. Well, creating a GIF is another way to get more eyeballs on your listing organically. So then that way you don't have to pay promotion fees. So just a suggestion. They give you the ability to use it. Okay. If it makes sense. It needs to be at least 500 pixels on the longest side, and import from your mobile, like you can do that, or import from the web, either one. If you are wanting to make sure it has a clear background, if you didn't know that, you can click on the pencil. Once you've uploaded the image, you can click on the pencil and click to select remove the background. Some people didn't know that you have the ability to do that. And so again, if you have access to the Seller Hub and your listings and you're using the listing tool, it's in there. Okay. So the other thing is that you also can upload videos, and it has to be an MP4 or a .mov. MP4 is more consistent with like an IBM or PC, versus .mov is more consistent with like a Mac or an Apple product. And that's with 150 MB limits, megabytes. And so you just upload the video, and it says about 1 minute long. So that's what 150 MB is. So again, if you're wanting to get more eyeballs on your listing, movement will help you to do that. Then you're going to choose the category that's most relevant for your item, and you can choose a second one. Then your description, they say that using the listing tool, they're saying that they have streamlined the formatting options for product descriptions, as the listing, as listings with simple, consistent formatting is more readable for buyers. So we recommend that you stick with one typeface with a black 14-point font. That's what they recommend. So that's directly from eBay telling you that. So if you choose something else, they don't recommend it. They want it, to be a consistent format. So if you're not using the listing tool, then you're doing something else to get your listings in, like you're not using a listing tool, you're doing your own thing, then just be mindful of what eBay is recommending. On the prices, you can choose the fixed price to set your price. You can also select offer. So all of this inside of the listing tool, and set your quantity and the scheduled time start if you want to. I don't allow offers. I just don't. I don't have time. I have too many items to list. I have too much inventory. I have other stuff that I'm dealing with. So I just don't even entertain offers. I don't entertain them on Mercari. I get them all the time. I don't entertain them on any of the platforms. I just don't have, I'm non-responsive. And on eBay, I just don't even, allow. It says allowed. I'm like, no. So if you're going to do auction style, you can choose to do that. I will tell you, there sometimes is a little trick to the auction, because when eBay first started, when I first started on eBay, it was like the listing would be alive for 30 days. And so as it was about to die off, you can re-up the listing and, get it back up to the top of the search rank. And indirectly, there are some aspects of eBay that still does it, but it's not the same as it was originally when I first started on eBay, which is like back in 2014. So the thing that I will say is that auctions sort of have that functionality and feature. The thing is that of course, when somebody buys it, they're going to buy it now. So having that buy now price and what it is that you really want, make sure that that's there. Because again, if they end up raising the price, if it's something that people really want, then you're going to get a lot of bids. So you want to make sure you know what that is, and then you need to have a buy now price. The other thing about auctions is, as you get closer to the end of the auction, eBay likes to showcase that item in front of people that either stopped on it, looked on it, searched for some of the keywords that are in the title or description of your product. And so eBay will make sure that those profiles see your listing, or try to see your listing before the auction ends. So sometimes that can give you a little bit of a bump as you get closer to the end of the auction. I know you've seen that sometimes if you bid on stuff like before the auction is over, a whole bunch of people start bidding. Well, that's because eBay is making sure that the algorithm is pushing those things that are about to end. So that's what they're doing. So it's a good way to get your item sold. So if you're trying to get rid of some inventory before a certain time period because you got to make space for new inventory coming in, an auction may be an option for you. So just putting that out. I don't normally entertain auctions. Very rarely have I entertained them, but I will do some auctions. And it's because I'm trying to make space for something else. I'm trying to move a specific thing, or I know it's a hot item and I want to get the best possible price. So people will bid for it. Shipping, they recommend that go with their recommended delivery options. You can select your own. That's a choice if you want to use theirs. USPS is very common for eBay, so something to think about. And I think UPS is the secondary. So FedEx is not first for them. I think FedEx is like first for Walmart, but not for eBay. So preferences, I believe that information is also in the listing tool. So payment method, item location, and return policy. Sell it faster. You can promote it. Again, there's things you can do so you don't have to promote it. And then you can review your listing or preview it before it goes live to see what it looks like directly on eBay from the hub. So these are all things that eBay is recommending. They recommend that you use their listing tool. They recommend that you use Terapeak. They recommend that you take advantage of the free listings. And they also recommend that if you have an account that has a seller cup, you definitely use their listing tool for sure. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you use it on your eBay selling journey. Is there anything else? Oh, I'm sorry. On the titles, you'll find that when you're using the Terapeak tool, like they definitely try to make sure that those most searched words or the important keywords are within the first 5 words. That's the reason why I like Terapeak, 5 to 7. So that's another reason why, using the listing tool and using Terapeak can help you to get more traction. All right. Well, I hope this information is helpful. I hope you use it. I talked longer than I planned to, but I hope the stuff about the storage units and the storage shelves and the racks and the tubs was helpful to someone on their journey. If not, if you're not doing physical products, then it may not be helpful to you. Is there anything you want to add, Miss Kathy?
No, but thank you for that information on Terapeak and the title. I've not used Terapeak for that reason.
Yeah, just play with it. You may not go with their title, but it's a good starting point. It's a good starting point. So, just take it and edit it. They'll give you some stuff and just go edit it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's lots of things I like about eBay. So yeah.
There are lots of things I like about eBay too. I have
Mm-hmm.
a boatload of watches that I'm selling, and today a watch sold. So we had to go dig through the watches and pull it out. But yeah, I do like.
Fantastic. Yeah. I'm going to pull my inventory from other places and the other place, but and I don't have much there anyway. I haven't shipped anything since October. So gonna bring it all home.
Yeah, well, there you go. Don't pay them storage fees.
No, ma'am.
Yeah,
No,
but
I don't want to.
go ahead.
I don't want to be upside down on anything.
No, I don't want to be either. Well, and the other thing is, you just have to. There's part of you that has to embrace the fact that you're going to be sacrificing whatever. Maybe you have a storage space in your house, your garage. Maybe you got a lot of garage space, or maybe you built a shed. I know when I was running my candy vending business, we kept everything in the shed. And that's where I kept all my vending machines, all of my storage, all of my inventories, my containers, all that stuff was in the storage shed. I loved it, but everything is in my house right now. So we're pushing to move as much of it as possible to the garage so we can reclaim the space in my house. My house went from bad to worse, and now it's going to eventually not be this bad. So I'm looking forward to that day.
Profit pile.
Yes, I do. That was the one thing that Miss Luttrell reminded me. She's like, you know what? Everything you have right now is pure profit, regardless of how frustrated you are about the number of tubs you pulled back. you do have pure profit. So I probably have at least 20 boxes of stuff that I've not even cracked the seal on the box.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's listed so that if it sells, then I got to go through the box. Like, okay, that would be in the inventory I pulled back. And when did I pull that back? Blah, blah, blah. So those listings need to be rebuilt, taken down, rebuilt, put back up. So I said, I'll get to those boxes. I'll get to them.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, that was great. I mean, I'm going to work. I am going to work on Terapeak. I have to give that like, 30 minutes or so a day this week because I want to increase my listings. I do have a store, but I'm thinking about increasing the size of the store.
Oh, well, go, girl. Go
Yeah.
for it. And make sure you take advantage of the integration that's there with Bonanza.
That is the next step.
Yeah, take advantage of that for sure.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, I will talk with you later. You all have a blessed week. And I hope it didn't feel like I was just rambling there for a second, because I think I was.
It was educational. No, educational. Thank you.
All right. Oh, and Miss Kathy, one last thing. Am I going to see you next Monday? Are you going to eBay's List Perfectly event or in Plano? Or are you? And then they also have the List Perfectly event that is happening. I think that one's in Frisco, but I'm teaching that day. So I'm not going to the Tuesday one. I'm going to the eBay's one that's on Monday.
Yes.
Do you know about it?
Yes, yes. I normally go if the weather's good. I go to the one in eBay, but if the weather's bad, it's such a long haul for me.
Because
I'm
of where
carrying
you
all
live.
types. It's like 50 miles each way. So,
Oh, yeah.
and it's at
Well, just
night.
know
So.
that this year I have on my list to get to a bin store, to get to a liquidation store, not store, but a liquidation place, and to get to an Amazon warehouse. So we're going to do some meetups if the Lord say the same. That's where we're going. So hopefully you'll be able to come out to those.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to try and find something that's down south, so it's easier for you don't have to come as far north, because I know I'm way north.
Yeah, you're gonna hit Oklahoma pretty soon.
I'm way north. I know. You're like, could you have some down south or mid city? Something, give me some mid city. Oh my gosh. So I am working on that. Just know that I'm working on that. So we're gonna get something set up, and hopefully you'll be able to come. And they won't all be north. They won't all be this far north. So we'll try to find some stuff south of 635.
All right, that sounds good.
She's like, that'll save me some drive time. All right. Well, you have a good one, and I'll talk with you later.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.